Hello, my name is Faiz Gilani,
Hi, I'm Shanzewan.
and welcome to yet another episode of the Hum Sukhan podcast.
In today's episode, we'll be talking about football. The biggest football event is happening right now, which is the FIFA World Cup. And me and Faiz, we are big football fans, and we do have a lot to talk about when it comes to who's playing, who's not playing, who's playing well, and everything. But today is not the day.
Despite the fact that I am absolutely awestruck by how Spain dominated France or Kylian dictator हमारा बाहर हो गया, it's in this episode it's more about examining football from a greater lens and talking about things that we tend to not see. So आप में से बहुत लोगों ने देखा होगा एक बहुत कंट्रोवर्सी आई है कि there was this USA player who got sent off for a tackle and he could not play the Belgium match. एंड सडनली एक मैं रैंडमली इंस्टाग्राम पे खोल के देखा अल जजीरा का न्यूज ब्रेक आया हुआ था कि द रेड कार्ड हैज बीन रिवर्टेड एंड सडनली यू आर लाइक ओ व्हाई डिड दैट हैपन पूरे टूर्नामेंट में नहीं हुआ एंड सडनली यू रियलाइज इट्स डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प हु कॉल्ड द फीफा प्रेसिडेंट एंड सो आपने पहले कभी देखा है कि प्रेसिडेंट ने फोन किया एक मुल्क के यार आप मुझे जरा रेड कार्ड जरा चेंज कर देना and the red card did actually get reverted.
Yeah.
And the FIFA president, I'm not sure if many saw when he was shown yesterday in the crowd. तो सारा ने boo किया था जब वो आया था. So it shows how
And it was very loud, and he was just
yes.
he was embarrassed. I could tell you.
Yeah, he had a smile, but you can tell कि वो होता है ना कि थोड़ी शर्म वाली smile आई थी.
क्या ही करें.
But the point is, they always say sports and politics do not go hand in hand. But now in this day and age, it almost feels as if sports and politics go hand in hand to a point where everything is being impacted as well.
So, as you might know, Cristiano Ronaldo got eliminated from the World Cup actually way before than was expected. ये expect किया जाता कि Portugal की team is like the dream team and it's going to do big things और वो semi-final में तो जाएंगे ही जाएंगे. But
The
firstly,
midfield trio goes to
हाँ,
the-
best midfield in the world, but it didn't work out. Firstly, they actually didn't even top their group, so which meant that वो किसी और bracket में चले गए थे. Before that, they were supposed to play in Los Angeles. अगर सब कुछ on the right track hota, so they would have played I think the quarterfinal was in Los Angeles, right? So they would have played there, but that didn't happen. And उससे पहले टिकट्स बिक चुके हुए थे क्योंकि लोग यूजुअली अज्यूम कर लेते हैं अच्छा ये इस टाइम ये मैच होगा ये होगा एंड पोर्चुगल वाज अ स्ट्रांग टीम सो एवरीवन अज्यूम्ड कि ये मैच होगा एंड क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो इज अ बिग स्टार he is one of the best players of this game. I mean, there's a lot of debate who's the GOAT and who's not. But the truth is, he is a superstar in this game, and people want to see him play. और कुछ लोग तो सिर्फ इसी वजह से देखने आते हैं मैच के. We just want to see Ronaldo. We don't care what's happening, which team is playing. We just want to see Ronaldo. तो टिकट्स बिक चुके थे, but suddenly elimination हो गई. Those tickets dropped, resale होना शुरू हो गए, उनकी prices गिर गई क्योंकि demand खत्म हो गई. And I think it was about like 60% or something drop आया था, and it's a big drop. And when you look it from the business perspective, to what extent FIFA can go to make sure that their stars, these superstars, stay in the tournament. And there was a lot of controversy there's a lot of controversy actually still going on because Argentina is still in the tournament and with Messi being favored by FIFA. And I know बहुत ज़्यादा theories हैं, conspiracy theories हैं कि क्यों है ये कैसे है और क्यों हो रहा है ये. We don't know, we cannot say. I know a lot of people don't even agree. They're like आप बस ये बोल रहे हो because it's Messi and he's a superstar and he's going ahead and a certain other superstar is not going ahead. So they're saying that, but all in all, इससे हम ये देख सकते हैं कि these superstars bring in a lot of money, and in this day and age money matters a lot क्योंकि जो sponsors होते हैं वो चाहते हैं कि they are associated with games, they are associated with these players because at the end of the day they will give them traction the most. But I was noticing player of the match has also become like this controversy, right, Faiz? Do you agree with a lot of the choices that are being made right now when
So
it comes
I didn't really understand how Ronaldo got the player of the match in the match against Croatia. Like
Yes.
all he did was he had one touch inside the box, and that was the penalty kick that he had in the first place.
Exactly.
I mean, the keeper could have gotten it, or even Gonzalo Ramos for being a super sub. And I'll take a step back, it's not just Messi. If you see throughout the tournament, decisions have always favored the bigger team. If
Yes.
you see in the Colombia Portugal game, Davidson Sanchez was randomly caught offside. Then you had Uzbekistan versus Portugal, the goal being disallowed. The
Mm.
Croatia or Portugal match where the penalty was given for a foul that wasn't even appealed in the first place. So even the African nations, they suffered. They've always been on the receiving end of decisions. And if you see throughout this thing, you do not see the superstars being punished for what they are doing. In the very first match that Messi was playing, I think I've forgotten
Algeria.
Algeria. He stepped on his leg.
Like that was like a red card
That,
offense to
yeah,
me.
that was a straight red in my opinion. Like if you see, that's always been a red. But similarly, in even in yesterday's match, it was Michael Olise who did similar on
Yes.
Rodri. He didn't have the ball and he had to start up tackle. He didn't. He got away. उसको कुछ कहा ही नहीं. So ये हर जगह
Yeah, there is a
होता
bias. And
है.
small teams do get that disadvantage क्योंकि अगर ये small teams आगे जाएंगी उनका ये perspective होता है कि who will come to see them? You know, no one is interested in seeing them. It shouldn't be the mindset because it's a sport and it's a competitive sport and whoever does better should go ahead. However, in today's episode, you'll see how much money is involved in all of these tournaments and that plays a big role.
And if you think about it, why are they so obsessed with money making? The bids for actually winning or the hosting rights for World Cup, they are also quite extensive and money plays a significant role. तो वो कहते हैं ना इन्वेस्टमेंट करोगे तो आपको रिपेट भी चाहिए. You would not
Exactly.
want a World Cup. And even before the 2022 World Cup, if you remember, everyone's like Qatar would want Argentina to win. I'm not saying Messi got favors in this. I think Ronaldo fans say it quite often कि Messi को जिताया गया था.
Yeah.
But whenever you will remember Messi, you'll automatically remember Qatar. And it's a way of making yourself visible as well in
Yes.
terms of the entire thing. Or Sari Sapur had the controversy around Qatar and how there was allegations of corruption and all. And it's not just the World Cup where we have these issues. Throughout sports, Premier League, La Liga, they have these things that try to make you more commercial, and money matters a lot. You may see that Premier League का standard बेहतर जा रहा है. They have better broadcasting. The teams earn a lot in terms of just the coverage that they give. Similarly, if you go to Serie A, they don't get the same money. You could argue quality matters, and that is why. But at the end of the day, money comes in, more money is being spent, and then you see irregularities as well. Even in the Premier League, a lot of the goals that you see in this World Cup उन्होंने reject कर दिया, especially with the Germany वाला goal था. Arsenal literally won the league doing that all the time. Arsenal fans मुझे hate करेंगे, especially मुझसे. But that is what it is.
Yeah, it's very important. ये भी देखना पड़ेगा कि players कैसे आते हैं. Play the transfer market. It's very expensive. It's very, I think बहुत ज़्यादा inflation हुई हुई है. Gordon is not that expensive, trust me. I don't think he's worth that much money. Sorry if you like him. I mean, he's doing great, but I don't think he's worth that much money. But obviously, market इतनी ज़्यादा inflate हुई हुई है कि they see it like, okay, we have to pay this much money to get him because then some other club will step in. और वो मजाक होता है ना, like you'll see that joke like football before oil money came in and it's just like rainbows and daisies and everything was great. So yeah, money plays a big role क्योंकि अब money ही decide कर रहा है कि आपकी टीम में superstars खेल रहे हैं. और अगर आपकी टीम में superstars खेल रहे हैं, firstly they do better and your team will do much better than other teams, and secondly people will come to see them. I mean, if I get an opportunity to go watch a team full of superstars, then I will go watch that match and pay money. And instead कि मैं कहूँ कि अच्छा एक ऐसी टीम देखने जाऊँ जहाँ superstars नहीं, it's a fact. So this is how it happens, and that's why these leagues are actually doing well. The more money they have, the better they will do in terms of like winning.
I'll just stop you for a second. If you remember Manchester United, they've been absolutely horrible over the last 10, 15 years, even though we have won a few trophies.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when Ed Woodward was in charge, he never cared about the footballing aspect, ke haar rahe hain ya nahi. But they also kept doing well commercially. Money aa raha tha. They would sign players that would bring in revenue.
Yes.
Radamel Falcao, even though he was not fit, they just bought him for the sake of sales and all. So all in all, they care more about the commercial side rather than.
I mean, PSG is an example of that.
Yeah,
Them
PSG,
bringing in,
Manchester
yeah,
City.
them bring now. I think PSG is more football focused. Now they're focusing on people who actually perform, not like superstars. But before that, they got. I mean, the Neymar, Mbappe, Messi trio. We know what they were doing. They were trying to get as much revenue as they
Zlatan
could,
as well.
and they did. And they did. Like imagine the shirts that were sold and the matches that people came in to watch the match just because of them. So yeah, I mean, PSG has played a big role in ruining the transfer market, but that's another conversation.
To be honest, my little brother and I joke that ever since Neymar's transfer, the entire
Yeah.
transfer market has been rattled.
No,
And
actually,
if you go,
it's like proven fact. Like I was actually reading an
yeah,
article how it was like a domino effect. So
yes, suddenly 100 million became the new 60 million.
yeah,
Like everyone's splashing cash. Coutinho went for 100
yes,
plus. Dembele went for 100
exactly.
plus. Imagine two people with little to no football skills telling no, they're not that.
They're not worth
They're
it.
not that. But coming back to the point, अगर आप सऊदी अरेबिया लीग भी देखें, what have they done? They don't even have an audience. What they're doing is वो कह रहे हैं हम आपको बेशुमार पैसे देंगे, आप बस आकर खेल लें. And suddenly you have Ronaldo going, you have Ruben Neves going, you have Bonu going over there, Karim Benzema, and it's just a model where you're just throwing in, splashing in more money
Exactly.
just for the sake of
And
keeping
also,
them.
and also like for like tourism and everything too, because then a lot of people, I know a lot of people from Pakistan who actually travel to Saudi to watch matches where Ronaldo is playing. Like I know people just सिर्फ वो matches देखने जाते हैं कि Ronaldo का एक match, and it's easy to go to Saudi, more accessible, तो लोग बस वहाँ चले जाते हैं match देखने के लिए, and this is what they want. That's why they're spending so much money on Ronaldo, sponsorships, and then people coming in to watch him.
And it's not just football, I would say it's other sports as well. My dad used to tell me about the Kerry Packers in cricket. What happened is that they signed all of the biggest superstars of different countries और उन्होंने अपनी एक लीग बना ली थी. And I used to think ये क्या फजूल बात है, ये ऐसा क्या होगा कि सारे अच्छे प्लेयर उठा के एक सेपरेट सा बबल
Yeah.
बना देते हैं. And I see that with cricket now as well, where they're offering contracts that you play over here in IPL, then you go in South Africa and you play for us instead of international cricket. Or football, maybe we had a similar issue that came forward with funding from JP Morgan. It was a European Super League. This model was introduced by Real Madrid and Barcelona, along with a few other clubs.
Okay, thank God you mentioned Barcelona. I was like,
But it was Papa Perez who started it, and he was
of
he,
course.
he was the mastermind behind it. And they're like जैसे हम रियाल हैं, वो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड है, सारी जो टॉप की लीग है वो इकट्ठे आकर खेल लो. तो आप अपनी स्पेनिश लीग से निकल जाओ, हमारी वाली लीग खेलो, एंड देन विल हैव अ पूल ऑफ जस्ट वेरी गुड टीम्स, और फिर हम आपस में compete करेंगे, पैसे भी ज्यादा आएंगे.
Yeah.
So you're willing to disregard your entire ancestral, I would say, background and your heritage just for the sake of money.
Mm-hmm.
So money matters, I would say, quite a lot in this particular case. But I would also like to move towards Pakistan because Shanzi, you would have noticed कि पाकिस्तान में जब वर्ल्ड कप आया था तो इतनी अच्छी अच्छी वीडियोस आई थी लियारी की, कराची की, जहाँ
Yes.
पर लोगों का फुटबॉल फीवर नजर आ रहा था, where they're
I mean,
like
even now we're seeing so many videos from Liari, and I mean they're big Brazilian supporters, and sadly Brazil is out from the league, but still they were supporting them like it was their own country that was playing, and that was such an amazing sight to see, especially considering the political situation and everything in Karachi. But they're so passionate that it doesn't matter.
It's nice that you mentioned Brazil. हम में से अक्सर लोगों को अपने पाकिस्तान के स्पोर्ट्स का हेरिटेज पता नहीं होता. Like I would also admit मुझे क्रिकेट का भी बहुत बाद में पता चला था.
Yeah.
But Pakistan had a person who was called the Pakistani पहले, और उसकी उनकी शक्ल जो थी पहले से मिलती थी, and it was from the 1970s. और पहले himself expressed the thought कि मुझे उनसे मिलना है. It's
Oh
unfortunate they could
wow.
never get to meet, but Pakistan has a rich history of football as well. If you see, football emerged in the subcontinent with the British coming over, and it's a very, I would say, not many people know, but जो oldest leagues आती हैं ना, जैसे आप FA कप कहते हैं, प्रीमियर लीग, इंग्लिश लीग कहते हैं, so एक ड्यूरेंट लीग है थर्ड, अब वो इंडिया में इंट्रोड्यूस की थी ब्रिटिश ने, and it's still ongoing over there in India. और जब पार्टीशन हुई थी, we lacked the infrastructure for football, but in 1948 the Pakistan Football Association was formed, and the patron in chief, you would be surprised, was Muhammad Ali Jinnah of that league.
Oh wow.
And quite a few people suggest that since Jinnah lived in the UK during the 1930s. They're like, और तब Arsenal का भी बड़ा hype था. So they're like, we have a thought that maybe Jinnah had a personal liking for football as well. And you may see कि हमारा ऊपर नीचे होता रहा football में, but we have made great strides and recently. Chandra, you know about the recent wins that we've had?
Yes, we won the was it like the Jubilee International Cup? We
Jubilee.
won that, yeah, against Afghanistan. That was a huge win. I think that was like the first ever major trophy won by the men's team, and then women's team is also doing great. They're also winning. They also won like I think 8-0 against Turkey and
Yes.
Caicos. I think that's an amazing stat. Like 8-0 is a lot. You can tell that we have talent. What we don't have is the resources. What we don't have is the investment in these players. So we have our stadium. It's in Islamabad, which is like the official stadium where all the like international matches happen. And I was seeing a video where they were showing the locker rooms, and the locker rooms there was nothing in the locker rooms. Have you seen that video, guys? It's like
I
वो
have
जो
मैंने वो कुर्सियाँ
शादी वाली
जो
chairs
छोटी
होती हैं,
छोटी कुर्सियाँ पड़ी.
these big teams are coming. It's a way to show that, oh, we are really passionate about this game and we want to move forward. It's like a basically like a PR thing, and what you're giving them is like वो शादी वाली कुर्सियाँ. I mean, I don't think it should take a lot of money to build proper. किसी carpenter को बुला लें and locker
और
room
मेरी
बना
इतनी
लें
हैरानी
proper.
थी कि क्योंकि the place where I play squash is right next to that stadium,
Yes,
and the squash courts are brilliant. The locker room is quite good. So I was like genuinely surprised कि
I
ये हमारे
know.
football
No, I
और
was shocked.
international
Like this is like an
international
international.
matches. अच्छा,
Yes,
and I watched the match over there, and तब मैं ज़ाहिर लॉकर रूम में गया तो देखा नहीं, तो मैं वो बड़ा क्रिटिकल होगा कि घास अच्छी नहीं है, घास बेहतर हो सकती है वगैरह. एंड देन आई सॉ दैट रील एंड आई एम लाइक, ओके, घास
no,
isn't the
I
biggest issue that
gas
we
is
have.
the biggest concern क्योंकि कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जो easily fix हो सकती हैं, but no one's like paying attention. There's so much controversy with Pakistan FIFA Federation. There's so many things happening. कभी cancel हो जाती है membership, फिर वापस आ जाती है. I don't know. There's so much stuff happening, and I feel like in all of this, players are the one that struggle the most.
I think first of all हमें school level पे infrastructure बेहतर करना चाहिए.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if you related this, but quite a few schools that I've seen over here in Pakistan, they don't actually have a ground at all.
No, they
They
don't.
have hard, they have
To be
tough
खेल रहे होते
tiles,
हैं.
और वो
Yes.
और उस पे फुटबॉल खेलते हुए गिरो ना तो लग पता चाहता है. और आप पार्क्स भी देखो. When I was a kid, I used to have a habit of going in parks and playing, but now parks have become somewhat. It's kind of nice that they want to protect the parks and make them pretty and all, but वो बिल्कुल ही खत्म कर देते हैं, हम खेल नहीं
नहीं,
सकते.
yeah. No, I mean they should have proper fields on that. There's no
Yeah,
point.
futsal arenas वगैरह बने हुए, but then
Yes.
again, as someone who plays cricket and then have to go and play in those one of those fields जो arenas होते हैं cricket वाले, you're not letting people actually play the way that they want to play, और
Yes.
उनकी एक one dimensional skill ही हो जाती है. So first of all, we need to have some sort of investment at the grassroots level, and secondly, we need to sort out whatever we are doing at the higher level, which are controversies होते हैं. Right now, there has been
Every day it's something.
stability, which is why you are seeing Pakistan football come up in prominence.
Yes.
So that is a good sign. But I hope ये चलता रहा, ये ना हो कि एकदम से हमें कोई फर्क हो जाए. Also, expats are also coming and they're playing and they're raising the bars for us. So हमें जिस तरह आपने Kappa Verde की भी example है, they were recruiting players through LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Hey,
even
come and play for us.
yeah, and I feel like that's an important thing to do because I was when I'm watching these matches, I mean, you're seeing all these amazing African teams and they're playing so well. I mean, I was thinking of Congo. Politically, it's not stable. So I was thinking, like, how are they able to play such good football? And then I realized that these people are actually people who were either born in Congo, then moved to Europe, and again, then Europe they have all these
We
opportunities.
have multiple examples. So like even in Congo, you have Van Bissaka playing. वो
Yes.
England का player होता था Manchester United. Axel Tuanzebe, who he's also a United academy
So
graduate and he played.
yeah, so I
But
think most of the teams are benefiting from the fact that they're recruiting from abroad and
yeah,
they're like, Ajo. Morocco is like a big example of that.
Morocco made a record. They fielded a
Yes,
team 11 के 11
Pella
people who
match.
weren't and they
Like
who
not a
weren't born.
single Moroccan born player. I think that's a strategy. Right now we can do that because in the long term it'll be great to see having grounds all over Pakistan, like proper grounds where kids can play however they want to play. But right now I think we can do good PR and at least अपने stadium को अच्छा कर सकते हैं.
I think I on that note, I really hope Yamaluddin lifts the World Cup.
Oh my God, yes, please. आज एक बहुत decisive match है because again, if Messi goes forward, then we know what's happening. But I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist, but you never know. You never know.
One last thing before I forget. If you're looking at politics and football, you all need to Google what happened between Morocco versus Senegal in the AFCON final. Best 20 minutes of your life if you end up reading about that and the videos. Because the same Saibari who you're like, Saibari kya banda hai, goal mari ja raha hai, wo towel छीन रहा था, फटे कर रहा था. So you guys need to watch that as well.
Yeah, that was a very fun. And again उसमें भी हमें नजर आएगा political influence कितना matter करता है कि at the end Morocco was able to get that title. I mean
They,
उस
they,
time पे
they yeah,
उस time
so
पे they
Senegal,
didn't win officially, but then later on उन्होंने अपना influence use किया, and I've heard कि they have a lot of political influence in this
they do,
AFCON.
like
Yeah,
imagine you lost the match on the field and 3 months later you're like, no, no, आप forfeit करके थे, so
exactly.
Morocco, and
So
what
this is also
Senegal will get.
possible, and this is what comes with money too. Like I mean, probably Morocco has more money and more influence, and this
Yes.
is why
And
they got.
Senegal, they just took the trophy to their army airbase और वो कहते हैं कि अब हम यहाँ से लेके चले जाओ, हमने रख दी है trophy. So, on that note, I think it's time to conclude this episode. And if you have any questions or some thoughts, feel free to write them in the comment section below. And if you want to join us for as a guest in any particular episode, please feel free to reach
Yeah,
out.
just do a pitch, and we'll be able to get you in. Everyone's welcome. We talk about all sort of things, as you can see. So you're welcome to give us anything.
So,
Thank you.
thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.